Wagwan, what's good? Welcome back to this Jamaican channel. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to show you guys how I do my acrylic fillings. As you know, a few weeks after that first set, or as you may know I should say, a few weeks after that first set, you usually get like a little raggedy, you know? So I usually do my own nails, and typically this is how I get them done all the time. As you can see, my nails are pretty long, so I have a lot of upkeep that I gotta do. And so I'm just gonna start by cleaning off whatever nail polish is on there, if you have any. And I typically have a top coat on mine. So we're just gonna clean that off. So after I get done with wiping off the nail polish, I would just go in with these, what do you call them? The cuticle nippers. I'm not a professional, so I don't know the technical terms for most of these things. But yeah, that tool that's in my hand, I just use that and take off any piece of the existing acrylic that is lifting. As a quick tip, if you can get an electric nail drill / nail file like the one I have in my hand, you could also use that as opposed to the nippers, and those will help you. You just want to make sure that you don't press down too hard, or else you really damage your nails. So after you've gotten rid of the lifted acrylic, you want to go in with a buffer or the optional electric nail file, and you want to remove the shine from the acrylic that's left. You also want to make sure that the nail bed from under the lifted portion is smooth as well. So you can also use those to kind of smooth that out. Let me take this time to just say that I appreciate you guys coming back to my channel every week. Please remember to subscribe, to share, to like and comment, and let me know what you'd like to see. And just keep on watching. Thanks. So after you get done with just kind of getting rid of all the excess, you want to wash your hands and dry them pretty well with a paper towel or whatever you have available. And then you just kind of take a look to see what you need to do. So you get this orange stick or whatever stick you have, and you just kind of push your cuticles back. And then we're going to add some nail primer before we get started. This nail primer is just one I got from Amazon, I believe. Or you can get them in a nail supply store. So I'm just going to apply it to my natural nail. There's no need to really apply it to the acrylic that's already there because you're going to file it away. So what you're seeing here is me prepping for the application of the acrylic to my nail. So I'm just putting it on a piece of paper towel so I don't mess up my desk. These are acrylic powders. You can have them in any color, and I'm just doing the clear because that's what I need for my natural finish. So to actually get the product that you're going to put on your nail, you're going to need something called a liquid monomer, or some people call it acrylic liquid. You're going to just basically mix the two, and it's going to give you that substance that you're going to put it. I'm putting it in this little jelly dish thing. So an important part of the process is having a proper brush. I don't know how to choose the brushes. I just use whatever I felt comfortable in my hands, and I just chose whatever this is. I don't even know where I got it from, but just make sure you choose a brush that feels good to you. You see me reapplying the primer here. That's just because I get a tighter hold when I reapply it a second time. So this actually helps to bond the powder and the monomer together better, especially when putting it on the nail. I'm just using the brush. I dipped it in the liquid, and I'm just taking up a small bead of the acrylic powder, and I'm applying it to the area of my nail that needs to be filled or refilled. And I'm patting it down with the brush, real just light, just tapping it just to kind of form and fill the area. You don't want to press it down too hard because then you're going to lose the shape, but you also want to create a nice balance, with the nail. Now, I am in no way, shape, or form a nail technician or a cosmetologist or whatever. I just do this because I am frugal, sis, okay? I don't like spending money on these things that I could learn to do myself. And so this is why I'm here, teaching you guys, how to get this done from the comfort of your own house. All you need to do is buy the supplies and you'll get it done. So sometimes in applying the product, you might apply too much. Just kind of, brush it down throughout the full length of the nail, and then if you have to wipe some off on the paper towel, go ahead and do so. That's how it should look at the end of the job. So right now I'm just going to show you again one more time. Just dip your brush into the acrylic liquid, dip it into the powder, and then knock off the excess, and then apply it to the area of the nail that needs to be refilled. Now the way you hold the brush in the powder is crucial, because if you hold it more upright, you're going to get a smaller bead than if you hold it slanting to the side. That will determine the size of the actual bead that you're going to put on the nail. So if you have a bigger space to refill, you take up a larger bead by holding it more slant, more horizontally. Now is a good time to just jump back in. If you're learning something, let me know in the comments. If you want me to do something in particular, comment it. If you don't want to comment, so go up on my social media. I'll talk to you there. Share the video with your homegirls. If you think that they'll benefit from this, not having to go to the nail salon all the time, I'm sure they'll like to see it, Share this with your home guys, your homies, who probably want to start a business or do nails. It might help them pick up a few chicks. You'll never know. Share the video. And don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. It really helps the channel when you share it and when you subscribe. In case you're wondering why it's so easy for me to do my other hand, I'm actually ambidextrous, so it's not that hard. It does take practice because I don't use it all the time, but you can still get it done if you practice. This is how it looks after you get done refilling. So please note that it's gonna show the old line of demarcation from the acrylic if you use clear to refill. If you don't want it to show and you want it to look nice, you're gonna have to use a colored acrylic. So right now I'm just gonna kind of file them into shape. I like coffin shape. They look great. They're sexy. Square nails are just not for me. I just don't like it. I always go for a coffin shape. And this is probably why people always think that my nails aren't real. My nails are 100% real. They're just very weak, and so I reinforce them with the acrylic. So just go on through, right? Just go on through and just file and shape them to your desire. You can choose any shape you want. If you already had a set shape, this is just a refilling video. So if you already had a set shape, I'm assuming you're gonna keep that. But you can always change that, of course. Yeah, girl, look at my nails, them more them nice and so, yeah? So this is my desired shape, coffin shape. I'm just gonna go back in with the electric file to make sure that the acrylic is not bonded to my skin. Just to kind of file down the edges, get it nice and smooth. And I'm gonna do it for all my nails, both hands. And if there are any ridges or, uneven sides or if you don't feel like it look good and you just want it go away, you can use the electric file to get rid of it. So I'm just going back in with my file, my actual hand file, just to refine my work, because after this we're gonna paint. If you don't want your paint job to look amateur, you gotta make sure that it's smooth. Otherwise the paint's gonna look very textured and you don't want that. Doesn't really matter for me because in this video I put on clear coat. So if I was gonna put on like red or something, it would have looked terrible if I didn't go in with a file. So next up is the buffer for an even more refined look. Bruh. Wow, okay. So please don't be like me and have your tools looking busted. Like if you really need to get a new one, just go get a new one. That's probably what I was not trying to do. But I'm just going in, I'm buffing out the nail, getting rid of excessive material, excessive shine, and then I use cuticle oil to kind of guide that along. Perfect. This is the final look before painting, of course. These are just some of the clear coats that I'd put on. If I'm gonna be putting on a color, I put on the base coat first, which is that blue one, but I'm not, so I'm just putting on the top coat just to give it a shine. If you don't want a shine, you can leave it the same way it is, or you can add a matte top coat as well. Cuticle oil, you need that. You gotta have that. Or else your nail beds, or else your cuticles are gonna look chapped, sis, like your lips. I'm just kidding. I hope your lips aren't chapped, but put cuticle oil on, because after all that, chemical touching your skin, you kind of want to put some moisture back in there. And then you just rub up your hand them together, and then you just, do your thing, because you did that. You are your own nail tech, and nobody can tell you nothing, because, yes. You see that? Do you see that? Please, like, share, subscribe. Get me out there, because I really am that person. I really am the it girl. Jazz hands, okay? I'll see you guys in another video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Bye.